So there should be like significantly less auto mechanicals for me to deal with in this place. Now it should just be down to like basically a room, maybe. We'll find out soon. Armor. Hack skills. Actually, hold on. Do I even need to do this?
Behind the scenes, you're liable to get scalded.
Hey! Oh, they're shooting each other. Is this actually... Oh, God. Yep, she wasn't kidding. That legit burned me.
Here we go. Oh, look at us.
All right. Second switch.
Where to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Oh, now you're asking the other side of the question. The veil. Well, they're gonna have to reconsider things a little bit, aren't they? Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I understand. I got a little bit lost in terms of, like, we saw a power regulator in the botanical area, the botanical labs. And that's what Reed wants me to grab, which is a no-brainer, but I thought that this place had the power regulator, and that we were taking the power regulator from here, which would stop them from getting powered. But no, we're straight up redirecting the power to town, and then, or we were supposed to redirect the power, then take it from the other people. So it's actually been a pretty symmetrical choice, which I didn't know. Oh. Ah. This is the front door. Got you. Okay, now we can actually, like, take a shortcut back to the front if I need to. For now, though, let's access this.
The last. I'm not sure what the ride is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it, though. I know what choice we're gonna go for. We're gonna end up helping the deserters because it seems like the morally right choice for now. There hasn't been anything to, like, fully dissuade us from doing so. Only thing that I would imagine would be if it was something crazy, like, oh, they don't just take corpses, they make corpses. Oh, okay. Elite Trooper Armor, 24 armor. You are the ultimate warrior. You should wear the ultimate warrior armor. Elite Trooper Armor by Aramid Ballistics. Oh my gosh. And now I sit here with regret because we threw on some of our best mods onto this retrofitted armor. Oh my god, I am so fucking cool looking. Parvati! Hey. Guess who gets the heavy armor now? Retrofitted power armor. Oh my god, it looks so intimidating on her. Jesus. Oh, hey. This must be the door that I was actually going back to hack. All right, saving some points for that. Anything that I would like to do? I could upgrade the plasma rifle a little bit. You know, just in case we want to get real crazy on some enemies. 158 when it's charged up. Whoo! 173. Man. We've got some big options. What mods do I have available? Armor. We have another one of the geographic scanner mods, which is useful. I'm gonna put that on there. Now I could put on another dialogue skill, leadership skill thing. I think I will, just so I can kind of cover that basis, because I'm not always gonna end up like taking my armor off before a situation, right? You know, I'm probably gonna forget a lot of the times. So better to have my main armor give me dialogue bonuses, so that way we might persuade people who might otherwise not want to be persuaded. That's my hope, at least. I'm sure there's gonna be some tough options that do require us to have like 100 persuasion. And it's definitely a goal of mine to get at least 100 persuasion by the end of this game. I'm slightly lost. I should have just gone back the other way. But hey, you know what? Look at this. It's getting us some other options. We got 58 heals. Whew. Stealing things, man. It's really setting us up.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but
Oh, Jesus.
I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion, but I know what I'm about to do.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Whoa. That's interesting. She wants me to let the town keep its power? Look, the deserters are community. I can't destroy what they built. Reed tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers and power. Edgewater is the main town, right? So we're gonna go for the deserters are community. I can't destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's been using corpses in her fertilizer. The thought just makes my skin crawl. Sure, she's found a solution, but it ain't exactly pleasant. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
No. That's why I've been struggling to see, like, both sides of this suck. The other side isn't that good either. I mean, tell me more.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Well, damn, Parvati, now you've got me messed up. I was just gonna take the power from Edgewater and give it to the deserters. But now you've actually got me a little conflicted here, because you bring up some good points. The thing is, if we give power to the deserters, Edgewater itself might not, you know, they're obviously not, you know, it's not going to survive, but the people can still survive. They can join up with the deserters and create a new civilization that's no longer under the constant threat of the corporation. The corporation is the biggest problem here, because yes, if Edgewater keeps its power and the deserters are forced back, they're just going to end up in the same situation where they're being overworked, their lives are being undervalued, and they're just constantly working for the corporation to such an extent that a lot of the people are being basically brainwashed. So, in terms of the two options here, there's the thing that the roughest point is that we don't know how each option obviously is going to play out. That's the point of having these choices and having like a rough decision there, because in one way, shutting down Edgewater might be for the better, you know, but the only way it would be for the better is if the deserters then make a thriving community by using the corpses of people and having plants actually grow. But the flip side is maybe they wouldn't be able to support everybody. Maybe everybody would just die because there aren't enough corpses to actually make the plants work out, and maybe they will just... Oh, God, this place sucks. Okay. All right, Parvati.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Oh my God, this second option. Oh, don't worry about it. I was barely listening to you. God, fuck that. No. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Whew. Wait, hold on. Safety failures detected, high likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. To the place that is having power taken from it? Yeah. We're basically deciding, do we want to kill off Edgewater, or do we want to kill off Edgewater, or do we want to kill off the Botanical Laboratory? I'm leaning towards keeping Edgewater alive. I don't like Reed, but while he is a massive, incredible corporate shill, which I don't like, Adelaide's... I just don't trust Adelaide that much either, you know? And it's not so much that I find, like, I like her more than Reed as a person, but the fairest choice is the Spacer's choice. Redirect power to Edgewater. Power successfully redirected to Edgewater. Botanical Laboratory power regulator is now safe to remove. Edgewater Saltuna cannery power regulator is now operating at optimal capacity. Warning, additional structural damage detected. Warning, permanent power failure detected in Botanical Laboratory. Notice, blatant disregard for Spacer's choice property has been logged. Please report to yourself to the designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they ain't care much for me.
I hope this was the best choice. What remains to be seen is how things get handled. Okay, we need to start selling some of these stacks here. We don't need 20 slices of bread or fast ration pills. Actually, wait, no, that's just how much they sell for. Okay, okay. But yeah, we don't need as much of the food items as we currently have. Organized by weight. Saw some of these weapons here. Don't need the sawed-off shotgun. Don't need the riot control helmet or the light pistol. GaLm, you're buying them? Ah. Okay, that's fair. Thought I was under the sell part. It would explain why there were a couple things in there that I was like, I don't have that. Right? Well, I guess I must have picked it up somewhere. It would also explain why I went from 6,000 to 5,000. Okay. Anyways, organized by weight. Could sell the hibernation suit. We'll sell the hibernation suit. I'm sure if there is something where it's like, yeah, have the hibernation suit, we can just buy it back. Ranged weapon sway, negative 50%. Whoa. Nicotine high. Weapon spread and weapon sway. Nicotine low. Ranged weapons low. I don't like that. Ooh. Sniper critical damage, 15%. Bonus to extra headshot, weak point damage, 25%. Now that's something I could get behind. Yeah, we probably won't sell any like the drugs, but we can like sell this stuff. Don't need these apples. Don't need all of these sliced breads. You know, just trying to make sure I don't have an overloaded inventory all the time. All right. Well, now for the awkward part. Now I gotta go over to Adelaide and be like, hey, sure you already know what happened. Disarm security fences. View recent logs. Security logs inaccessible. In keeping with Spacer's Choice Company policy, all security logs have been terminated in the event of a major emergency, catastrophic event, or security breach. Attention, scheduled security updates at this Spacer's Choice facility are critically overdue. Your last scheduled security update occurred on error, date not found. If you are a member of the Spacer's Choice security detail assigned to this location, please turn in your identification for immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in an immediate reprimand. God, this company. So my hope is that maybe we can do something about Spacer's Choice themselves, right? There's the advanced, long-term kind of plan. Maybe Edgewater won't be that good, but if they can survive long enough for me to, like, take out or restructure Spacer's Choice myself, then that can work. Whereas if we just take out power for Edgewater and tons of people die or fall to sickness even more than they were beforehand, they might not benefit nearly as much. That's my current hope. It might not happen, and I'll have to live with those consequences too. Either way, let's go get that power regulator. Money, money.
Got it. Inside voices.
Hack tool. Where the fuck is Adelaide? She's probably at the power regulator. Since I did kind of kill the power to everywhere here. Oh. Hey guys. How are you?
One of us want to go see what happened?
Food's bound to spoil at this rate.
Where's Thomas?
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Look, I got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Before we completely burn our bridges here, part 2, found in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Hold on, I got another one for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Deserters are now agreeable. Ha ha, that's funny. Look, the elusive part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Oh, it was.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Electrocharged surface. Huh. Must be something that shocks enemies that melee me.
What's on your mind?
Anything I can talk about? Nope. All right. There's actually someone I didn't talk to before. This Grace Romero.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
Yeah, my bad. I hope we have strong enough persuasion skills, because I actually might have needed to go level that up first. Oh boy.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
That's all fair.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve.
Only if you're stubborn.
I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
I don't like any of these options. I don't give a shit about Reed. I give a shit about you. Look, Reed needs his power, his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Look, I'm willing to deal with Reed for you. Whoa! That's an option. Getting rid of Reed inside of the town and having her take over the town would be an interesting middle choice. Look, you're being unreasonable. Come back to Edgewater.
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh?
Whoa, hold on.
This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same 4 walls together.
Thank God. All right. Reed isn't gonna just leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell him what I have already told you. That I know the secret to bringing life back to the soil. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
You're so... This is so ominous. I still think that's disgusting. What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Jesus. Look, enough talk. Can I take this power regulator? Sweet! If I wanted to, I could just leave this planet. But I'll talk to them. Hey, Thomas.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Listen, you won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Look. Stay put. I'm gonna try to talk Reed into stepping down.
You know where to find me.
And, Grace... let's talk to Reed. I think that's gonna be the big thing. Edgewater. There's a chance we can resolve all this in a kind manner. Or at least as kind of a manner as we can. Talk Reed into stepping down and letting somebody else take his place. Someone who's kinder, someone who's not going to overwork his people, but still try to submit to at least some of the corporate demands. And hey, middle ground found. And if that ain't corporate thinking, knowing when to compromise, I don't know.